think we are all live and ready to go. Good morning, happy Sunday, happy brunch. I hope everybody is having an awesome weekend. Let me know that you can hear me okay. I'm always worried when it's been a little while since I've gone on that things won't work the way they're supposed to. So let me know out there. Hi, Lori. Hi, Ingrid. Good morning. It is a fantastically beautiful day here in Frederick. Hey, Russ and Katie. Excellent, Ingrid. Thank you so much. See and hear me. I'm so excited to be here. Hi, Letitia. Good morning. Good morning. How has everyone been? I feel like it's been forever. And I feel like it's been forever. And then this week, in a short amount of time, I have so many things happening. I get to be here this morning for Sunday brunch. And then Tuesday is our next, I think it's Sea Dragon, our New Year Beauty. And then Wednesday is our social review. Whew, it's going to be crazy running up to when we leave for Millersburg this week. So this week is nuts. It's a great week. It's like nuts in the best possible way. So I'm very excited to have this week going. Hey Elizabeth, how are you doing? CM, good morning, good morning. So I'm doing something not not weird for me at all because it's something I haven't made before and it's doing something that the person who did the tutorial didn't do. So that's like par for the course for me. I like doing things as difficult as humanly possible. So I'm making what's called the Logie pouch, which is by OK So. I did, in the pinned comment, I put a link to her tutorial. I'm not doing the lined version today. So she has tutorials for all kinds of different, like directional fabrics. She has tutorials for everything for this pouch. And it's a free template. It's not really a pattern, but it's a free template for this pouch. And so the link and everything is in there. Hey, Colleen. Nightbot has been smoking something. I don't, every time now, for like the past several, it says it's been an hour and it's been like 2 minutes. So I don't know what Nightbot's on. But anyway, so I'm making this pouch. I have never made it before, so any mistakes that I make will be live with you, and we'll troubleshoot together to figure out what I did wrong. And I'm using a pre-made zipper, but I'm not going to take the pulls off because I'm horrible about putting pulls back on, which is not how she shows in the tutorial. So we're gonna wing it together. We're gonna see how it goes because I like to live on the edge. Woohoo! I'm so bad about doing things the way you're told to do it, which is part of the reason why I had such a hard time in culinary school. I got all A's, but I wanted to try things my own way. Hey, Shelly. Hi, Carrie. Good morning. Oh, the shirt. Yeah, this is, let's go this way. They who control the foot pedal control the universe. Woo! So, totally riffing off the fact that Dune is so popular right now. I haven't seen the new version, the Timothée, or however you pronounce his name, and Zendaya version of it. Haven't seen part 1 or 2. I saw the way back when, the Kyle MacLachlan one, and was confused as all heck by it, but it was sci-fi, so I didn't care. I loved it. And the guy says, he who controls the spice controls the universe. So I made it quilty. They who control I made it quilty and inclusive because he said he. It could be a she, it could be a they. They who control the foot pedal control the universe. Woohoo! So that's one of the new t-shirts on my website. So if you're sci-fi nerdy and a quilter, you get it all in one package in the shirt. Hi, Del Marie. How is Northern California? I was saying a little bit earlier, it is stunningly gorgeous outside. So after we sew together today, I'm going to have to get outside, maybe take one of the pups for a walk or something, because it's gorgeous out there. And it's only going to be like 63 degrees or something. So it's going to be fantastic today. Hey, Rob. It from the tutorial. This pouch is going to be a lot of fun. So I'm going to switch to the overhead so you can see what I'm using. Let's go ahead and start talking about that. It takes a zipper, either a zipper by the yard or a pre-made zipper. Again, she's got a couple of tutorials on how to use different types of zippers. She's got tutorials on how to use directional fabrics and lined and unlined versions of this pouch. I'm doing an unlined version of this pouch because I'm using cork from Sally Tomato. So it comes pre-lined, so I don't have to do anything, like no stabilizer or anything like that. It's all set and ready to go. You will see, because it's unlined, you'll see everything that happened on the inside. So I'm going to try to keep it as clean and like trim as humanly possible. I've already gone ahead and marked the center. Let me see if you can see that. I've marked off the center of the pouch with a little V cut right there and a little V cut right there to line up the zipper, which will be lined up. So I like the cork. I'm making this pouch and another pouch for the Millersburg retreat for the auction that we do. It's a silent auction. And so I'm going to do a pouch duo. I'm doing it in this cork, which I think is a lot of fun. It's sparkly, and the kind of looks, well, it looks like cork, but I like that look with this taupe zipper. And then I'm going to do another version, do the same version, but so it'll be a duo. And this cork, which has paisley in a blue, I'm going to use a dark blue zipper for it. I don't know that I'll be able to get to both on the live today, because I don't know how long I'm going to be able to go, because I'm always exhausted now. But there will be two for the auction. In Millersburg, we always do a silent auction, which is for going towards the scholarships for folks who can come and join us in Millersburg, which I think is probably one of the best things that Stephanie has ever done, because as much as I love retreats, they are, there's a cost to them. There's travel, there's staying, staying for Millersburg, is staying in a hotel fee, and there's all of that stuff. And it's not always cost effective for everyone. And the fact that we do a couple of scholarships to be able to open it up to more people, I think is the most incredible thing, because especially with YouTube, we have such a wide community that we get to reach and everything. And Stephanie even more, because she's a freaking rock star and everybody should and want to be going to a Together We Sew retreat. And that is just one of the ways that we're as a community are helping get people to be able to go to more retreats. So, sunny but cold in Northern California. It snowed. Yeah, I'm not happy about snow after Easter. It was snowing in Pennsylvania, and I know the Northeast got like slammed. Not cool. So this is the template that you will download from OK Sew. Her tutorial that I linked is also listed here. If you are using, you can use cotton. She'll show you how you can only print one and fold the cotton, but with the cork or with vinyl or with faux leather, whichever you decide to go with, you don't necessarily want to put that deep a crease into anything as you're trying to cut it out. And because it's not as I guess flimsy as cotton, you run the risk of it getting a little bit wonky by trying to fold the cork or the vinyl or the faux leather. So that's why I did that. Robert hasn't had his coffee yet. All good. So with that, we're going to go ahead and get started. It is really pretty simple. In her video, she talks about how she can get a pouch done in the time that her newborn of last year takes a nap. So she's pounding these bad boys out in 30 minutes. I don't know that I'll be able to do that. One, because it's the first time I've ever done it. Two, I'm doing it live, which adds to the, nerves. And I'm doing the zipper a little bit differently than, I'm really bad about putting the pulls on the zipper teeth after they've come off, so I am switching it around. But it is one piece of fabric, one zipper, and that's it, because I'm not doing the lined version. We don't have to worry about bagging it out or, flipping it out or any of that kind of stuff. We're just going to go for it. So with that being said, I'm going to flip this over. Make sure I haven't missed any comments. In the tutorial, she does advise using double-sided tape to hold down the zipper. I don't have double-sided tape. I thought I did, but I don't, so I don't. I'm going to use a copious amounts of binding clips. So I'll be using these guys to hold the zipper to get ready for sewing it. I am using my regular needle, not a special sized needle, because the cork is like butter sewing through, so I don't need like a thicker needle. I'm using the Glide that came with the machine, that came with the Juki, the Glide thread, that's the word I'm looking for. And I'm going to change to my zipper foot, and that's pretty much it. So when I box these corners, I'll probably keep the zipper foot on just because it's just going to be easier, but you can switch back and forth. You don't need, because I'm not using vinyl, I don't need to use a non-stick foot, so I'm just using a regular, the super thin Juki foot for the zipper, but I'm going to go ahead and change that now. Hey, Mr. Coffee is ready. It's like the sound of angels singing. I don't actually drink coffee, so I don't know, but I figured for folks that do like coffee, that is the sound of angels singing. All right, let's get this tightened down. And pull out some more binding clips or magic clips or whatever you call them. For cork, vinyl, and faux leather, I definitely never recommend using pins for holding things in place. That's why the double-sided tape or the magic wonder clips or whatever they're called are your go-to when you're using things like cork. Things that once you put a hole in it, that hole's going to stay. Like with, the vinyl or with cotton, it goes away. It won't with this. So, all right, here's where I'm going to do things a little bit differently. I'm unzipping so that I can get both sides of the zipper put onto the bag, but I'm not taking the zipper pulls all the way off because, again, I'm bad at doing that. But I am going to line up the center, and I'll try to make this as visible as possible. So I'm going to line up the center with the V's I cut in the zipper tape in the center of the zipper tape, and the V I cut in the center of the pouch, or the cork to be the pouch. I'm going to go ahead and pop a wonder clip right there. Actually, I'm going to do it on one side so that I can pull it up a little bit. And then I've also, where the curve is going to be, I already went, I did mega V's. You don't have to do that big, but I had I wasn't using my tiny scissors, I was using big scissors, so that's the way it ended up working out. So I'm going to clip here, going to make the curve. So I'll put one there, make the curve there. You do want enough of those little slots snipped in to make it around the curve very nicely, but you don't want the snips so close to the feet that when you flip it over and top stitch that it shows. Like, you don't want it going, the snip to go up to the teeth, if that makes sense. It makes sense in my head. All right. Go. Flip it around and do the other side. How many bag makers are there out there? I love making bags. I wouldn't call myself a bag maker. I love making them. I don't do them enough to be necessarily super clean about it. I will get frustrated and take some shortcuts sometimes. So yeah, they're not always the super cleanest things in the world. And zippers sometimes vex me. So, but I do enjoy making them. Hi, Linda. Oh, Ingrid says she's not a fan of the double-sided tape. It gums up your needle. Oh. Oh. Well, maybe I'm glad I don't have it then. Because I definitely don't want to gum up my needle at all. Like, I would prefer not to have to clean my needle or change it just because it was, like, sticky, weird. Ookie pookie. Linda says... Oh yeah, so in her tutorial she does say if you do the snips, use some fray check if you have it, which will prevent it from uh, fraying. That's the word. Or unraveling, or you know, however. So that is definitely a way to avoid that, and she does talk about that in her tutorial. This is definitely not meant to be a tutorial because, one, I've never made it before, so it's weird to try to say tutorial of something you've never made before. This is me just winging it, but she definitely gives you some really good advice about how to take care of fraying, how to I even forgot I needed a lighter to kind of clean up the ends, which I'll do off camera, but I just forgot to bring a lighter over. So yeah, here we go. Russ said he made his first tote yesterday. That is awesome. I haven't been able to watch that yet, but I did see it go. You know, I got the YouTube notification. Speaking of, ring that bell. That was so used car salesman. Oh my gosh. Yeah, definitely depends on the bag of how difficult it's going to be. All right, let me move this so I don't. All right. I'm just going to take my time doing this because, again, this is something that I haven't done before, and I just want to make sure that I'm doing a good job of it because it's going into the auction. So I'm going to, at the beginning and end, I will backstitch a couple. I'm doing a 2.5 inch stitch length, so not what I do for FPP where I'm like at a 1.1, which is insane. That would be the worst. Material I'm using Sally Tomato cork for both pouches. It'll be Sally Tomato cork. I don't have to interface that, and I can make it looks pretty because it's like this soft little inside like felt or something that she uses for her things. So yeah, that's what I'm using. already I don't like what I just did because I wasn't paying attention. I started in too close, and I started moving the zipper tape. So that might be where the sticky stuff comes in handy. But again, since I'm using a normal human being stitch length, super easy to take care of it. And I decided early that I didn't like what was happening, so it's not going to have in the face of the cork that will be showing to people. It's not going to show where I decided, oh, I didn't like that anymore. So, if you don't like what's happening, feel free to stop and start over again. Okay, let's do this again. There we go. Now I'm happy. Slight turn. This pouch has a very soft curve. If you can see this, it's not a super tight angle for a long time. Like it's you know, it's easy. It's not a hard curve to do. Yeah, no rubber, no lining for this. This is the unlined version, which Nicole from OK So has a couple of different versions, but this is the unlined version, which is why I really like Sally Tomatoes cork, because it's already lined, like it's pre-lined, and you don't need any stabilizer or anything for what I'm making. So there we go. Going around the curve, worked out just fine. On the straightaway now, so I can get a little bit quicker on the sew. Now back to the curve. Take it a little bit slower. And back to straightaway. So again, I'm going to do back stitch at the end. Got that sewn on. Did I do that wrong? Hold on a second. Thinking now. Think I did it wrong. See what I said? We were gonna troubleshoot together. I did it way too close to the zipper teeth on this way. So I'm gonna have to undo what I did, which is okay. But I did it too close on this side. To be able to flip it and top stitch. But, oh, you know what I'm going to use? I'm going to use the eyebrow cleaner. Hi, cat. Which cat's come to see us? Is that Base Drop? Yep. Base Drop has come to see us. Friendly bidding war. Oh, the glide has been working fantastic. It's actually, I got my Juki from Juki Junkies, so Gigi's quilt shop, and it came with the glide. Like, that's what they test all the machines. with. Um, so it came with that, so I decided to just keep using it since that's what it came with. And I really liked it, and I like how shiny the thread is. I have used Aurifil in Arnie and haven't had a problem. So, yeah, I'm sad that that Aurifil was giving you fits. But I think every machine has its own personality, and decides what it likes and what it doesn't like. Okay, that's unnecessary on camera, cat. Sorry. That's what happens when you have a zoo in your house. Huh. All right, let's see if I figure this out and do this the right way. I think I just ruined my zipper tape, but that's all right. We're going to start on this side. So do I do it this way? This way? Like this. And then flip it. Yes I do. I do it this way and then flip it. Alright, we're good. We're good. We're learning to get, like I said, doing everything for the first time. So I need to do it from the right side and then flip it over and top stitch it. So I was fine doing it so close to the teeth. It was that I wasn't doing it on the right side of the fabric. So, right side of the fabric, reposition everything, and start over again. See, I get to make all the mistakes live, and the really, like, dumb mistakes live, and here for you guys, so you guys don't have to. Learn from my mistakes. Yeah, the Teflon needles, that's the one. Yeah, I wish they had some clue that they were on camera and wouldn't do things quite so disgusting. Oh well. What are you gonna do? There we go. Now we're cooking. Kitties have to be in the middle of everything, for sure. Odell Marie uses Wonder Tape and the Teflon needle. Teflon needle? Oh. Oh, it was Teflon needles, not Teflon foot. Okay, gotcha. Oh, yeah. I think I have some Teflon needles. This cork is so smooth. I'm not that, I'm like, obviously, it went through fantastic. It was me that screwed it all up. But yeah, I'm definitely willing to take one for the team and screw up in front of everybody so that y'all don't have to. Somebody's yelling about. Okay, so, but I am going to do it closer to the edge so that I have the room to flip it and top stitch it. So I'm going to do that, and we'll see how that goes. Again, like I said, I like doing pouches and bags. I'm just not very good. Lift my foot so I can get aligned. Coming around the corner, so I'm going to slow down a little bit. When you're on the corners, if it looks like it's going to start to bunch up, this is also something that you'll see with doing the curves on the New York Beauty. Don't be afraid to, one, make sure that your needle position is down, but lift the needle and move the fabric underneath of it so that it doesn't bunch up, and that then you have like bumps and bubbles in what you're doing. So don't be afraid to move the fabric underneath the needle to keep it smooth. All right, let's see if this is the right way. Yeah, see, now when I turn it over, I can top stitch right up to the teeth. Did I do that? So now I turn it over, top stitch right next to the teeth. Now we're good. Okay, there we go. I'm gonna snip the cork a little bit. Again, not into the seam allowance, or not to the stitches that we just worked so hard on, but enough to help the curve, like I already did with the zipper foot. So just really teeny little, I'm using the smaller needles, smaller scissors this time. I was using the big hankering ones when I did the zipper foot. But the smaller ones were just some tiny little snips so that the cork will curve for us. Now the cork is not going to fray. There is no fraying with the cork. It is a good edge. So that side, and then we'll do this side. That's the fun of using the cork or the vinyl or the faux leather. There's no fraying like you would get with cotton or anything like that. So you just have to make sure that you don't go into the stitches that you just did. There we go. And then roll it over. And I can do the binding clips here too to help keep it in shape as I'm top stitching. Go, make sure the curve is laid down nice. Well, now that we got that figured out, I think it's smooth sailing from here on out. Knock on wood, everybody. I just jinxed myself. side. Hey, Katie, how are you doing? Hey, Tina. Non-stick needle. Okay. I know I have the Teflon foot somewhere or other. Because I did do some things with vinyl, clear vinyl, so I knew I needed that. Because that was impossible to sew on without that non-stick foot to go over it. So, woohoo! Doing really well, Katie. Thank you. Convince the cork to do the curve. Might start down here. This way. There we go. One shot. Oh no, here we go. All right. Now we'll top stitch along here. Right. Still not sure if I did this right. Hold on a second. Oh yeah. Yeah. Maybe? I don't know. We're gonna make it work, I can tell you that. Get the zipper out of the way. Oh, hello again, bass drop. No taking care of things on camera this time. Okay, bud? Also, no stepping on the keyboard. If anybody else oh, he did do it. He stepped on the keyboard, so now I don't know where all the chat went. Hi, Sylvia! Gentle around the curve. Lift the foot a little bit. Lift the foot and move the fabric. Ooh, there we go. Straight away, so a little faster. Back to a curve, so a little slower. Runaway clips. They're going all over the place. There we go. face drop. You're in the way, bud. I guess not really in the way. And there, top stitch. Woo! I'm not necessarily excited about the way it folded over. My camera's being weird. I don't know why my camera's being weird, but my camera's being weird. And I'm losing glasses. There we go. The way it folded over here on this one for my first go around, I'm not excited about that. So when I make the second one, I'm going to pay attention to that and make sure it doesn't do that bubble, because it kind of gave a little bit of a lip on this side that I'm not exactly excited about. But that's all right. It'll be fine. 'Twill be fine. I definitely switched the zipper. So it's like an inside out zipper right now. But what I can do is do the dreaded take the teeth off thing. Or the tabs off, pulls off. That's the word I'm looking for. Oh, did it skip a stitch? No, I think that's alright. And then reposition them, which will be fine. So I might do that. But all in all, for my first go around, made some crazy mistakes. But I do like, I really like sewing on the cork. It is so soft. I'll do that on camera. It's so soft. Look how like flexible it is. It's so soft. The needle goes in so fantastic. It's really nice. So that part I'm happy with. Alright, so that's cool. At least that part's good. And what I might do is steal the other zipper and just redo the thing, because I want it to look pretty. I don't want it to look hanky. I like that word. Hanky's a good word. But yeah, I definitely don't want it to look weird for the thing. So I think we're gonna learn from the mistakes. And redo. Can you tell how long it's been since I've sewed anything? This new job has, I think this is, what were we sewing on? Was it Stephanie's or was it on mine? Yo, I can't even remember what the last thing. Well, alright, Grandma Tina. I didn't know that that's what you were saying, but I got you. When you're making a comment with all the other comments, it just looks like a comment, not a, hey, dummy, don't do that. Ooh, I'm kind of excited about this cork, though, because I did those stitches, and it doesn't look like I did those stitches. That's cool. So that'll be good. It'll be an easy clean. Would definitely not be able to do that with vinyl. Ooh, all of those holes would be, you'd have to start all over again. They would be so clear. Where did the eyebrow one go? I call these the eyebrow seam rippers because they look like those little eyebrow knives, right? I live with my Brooke Shields eyebrows. I don't worry about that. But I do know that I've seen them in like, makeup stores like Ulta and stuff. And that people use them for their eyebrows. They do an awesome job of seam ripping. Though it did tear the seam of the zipper on the other side. Or the fabric of the zipper on the other side. So I'll have to be careful as I do this, so I don't do that again. But see, it goes through the threads much faster, as I was trying to fight it with the regular, normal Jack the Ripper. It was taking much more time. But this guy, just all the little threads. Well, this is cool too. Doing it, starting over a little bit, I'll be able to fix those bumps that I didn't like. The way it didn't turn the way I liked it. I'll be able to fix those. I have had, do you guys know that song? The Eyebrow Ripper. Yes! And the electric one, a personal trimmer. Oh my gosh, yeah, Cat's chilling out all the time. Can you tell like how it goes? Um, Again, I just learned that it's a little easier to get the fabric of a zipper, but if you get it just on the threads, it just like that with those sound effects. All right. So where did that catch? Open this up. There we go. There we go. All right, y'all. Third time's a charm, right? Get all the loose threads out of the way so they don't annoy me later. You know how sometimes folks will have like April with her in April's craft room. I can't remember if that's what it's called. She'll have bloopers at the end. You get your bloopers right in the middle. All right, let's try this bad boy again. Okay, so the way I'd had it was. Well, crap, now I can't remember how I had it. Do I need it right sides to right sides? No, I think I had it this way. So I need to do it right side to wrong side. So that when I flip it, it'll be right side to right side. Now I gotta find the center and center that up again. However, with the seam tape ripping down here, I think I really should just go with the other color. Because the eyebrow ripper caught the fabric of the zipper tape. So there's something about the fabric of the zipper tape that the eyebrow fabric or the eyebrow ripper likes. And it cut into it on this side, and that's way too close for me to be able to use. So we're going to use the blue, give it some pizzazz on this guy. Let's see. Well, I can't tell you exactly you have to watch her tutorial for all of the measurements, but where'd my scissors go? There we go. Alright, that'll do. Do a little snip snip. So we can line up the centers of the zipper with the centers of the that's the word I'm looking for, of the pouch itself. I'm going to do a little line here on the end so that I don't accidentally unzip. Hello, sir. I need you to move this time, though. No, Bubba. I'm sorry. I need you to jump off this time. You're in the way of where I'm working. No. I'm sorry. There you go. Alright. So, pull this side down this side. And this one down this side. And then... now that I have my small... well, see, this way works too. Now that I have my smaller scissors, I'll make smaller little snips in the zipper tape for the curve. Oh, I'll show you guys. So I'm making tinier little snips in the curve. There we go. Let me clean that up. On that side. And then on this side. So doing the smaller little snips with the smaller scissors is also going to help on that fraying thing that we were talking about at the beginning. Hey, Karen! Did I snip that all the way? Yeah, there we go. I'm going to do one more snippy snip. Alright. Well, there we go. Now, again, we'll line up the center pieces, or the little center snips, and do a clip there. I'll just go all the way around. Clip. Clip. And here, I have Lilu upstairs with Lauren, and she's mad. She wants to come down here and mess with the cats. So she's at the top of the stairs, or at the bottom of the stairs, yelling at me, saying, hey. So I don't know why I didn't think of having the zippers right side to right side when, like, everything else in the sewing quilting world is always right side to right side. I'm gonna blame it's been a long time, and there we go. So now when it flips, it'll have, yes, right? And then when we do this down on this side, it'll do the same thing. Yes. Yay! Woohoo! It's goofy of me not to even think about, oh, right sides to right sides. All good. We got there in the end. One thing is for sure, I'm not going to let it beat me. I will bend it to my will. It will. I will learn how to do it correctly and make it finish. giveaway of the pouch. Wow. So we'll have to see how this ends up. Because if it ends up horribly disfigured because of my, 3 times a charm, I may not want to give it away or have anybody bid on it. So we're going to have to see how this all goes. But I'm feeling confident about third time. And do that. Go forward a couple, back a couple. And then be on our way. And lift the foot to make the curve. And now when we get to the other side and we're top stitching, I'm going to again pay very close attention to trying to keep it from doing that bunching piece it was doing. Because I was definitely not happy with the bunching. So we want to make sure that we try to protect against this go around. All right, we are on the straightaway. Back and forth. I did it again. I tried to cut the thread before the machine had stopped. I'll learn one of these days. Alright. So, yeah, see, okay. Yay! Third time was the charm. Now the zipper is going to be right side up. And now I do want to do snips of the cork. A few more so that I don't get that bunching. I think that might be what the problem was. Like I didn't do enough snips in the cork to make it curve. You know where like pinking shears would like really give you some flexibility. Oh, I went ahead and picked up all of those threads again. I'm trying to keep them in one spot so I know I have them so base drop can't decide to get sick again. All right. You guys are rock stars for hanging out with me and watching the train wreck. Again, so you guys don't have to. Oh, awesome. Okay, thanks, Tina. There we go. All right. So the Sally tomato cork is lined, so it has like this like velvety or it's not. Well, I don't know. So it definitely gives it some more stability, some more structure, than just the vinyl. If it was, or just the cork. If it was just the cork, it would be so, so thin. So I would say it's similar to thickness of canvas, but it feels more pliable than canvas, if that makes sense. Smoother. I don't know how to explain it. I have not worked with any other cork other than Sally Tomato, though, so I'm not sure what other corks, if they're lined, what kind of lining they use. Maybe they're even thicker. I'm not sure. That part I don't know. But I do know that I really like Sally Tomato's cork. Again, it's so nice to sew through. It is so smooth. Yeah, I think making those more snips in the cork has definitely made this lay down better. Hi, Marie. Good morning. Oh, second coffee and a cigarette. Robert is good to go. There we go. A little bit of a straightaway there, but I'm still going a little bit slower around the curves to really give time and attention to where the cork is so it doesn't overlap in a weird bunchy way again. So I want to just pay close attention. There we go. Still lifting up the knee lift to make sure the fabric doesn't, or the zipper fabric especially, doesn't bunch under where the feed dogs are, so that it's going to stay nice and aligned. There we go. And yeah, much better. I like that much better. And look at how close I was to the original. A little bit wonky right there, but the original line of putting the zipper on. So, super happy about that. Woo! All right, so next side, and then we will box these corners and we'll be good to go. Now I want to make sure that I'm doing it the right way. So right sides together. So let's see. This is the right side. There we go. All right, like this. Yes? No. Oh, getting texts. All right. So that's the right side. Am I going to have to do it where I have to take the teeth off? I'm going to have to take the teeth off, aren't I? Or the pulls, so that I can do this right. I don't think it's going to line up the right way, because if I do it this way, let me show you what I'm talking about. All right, so this is the right side, but I need it to be like this for right side to right side, and that's not going to work with the pulls still on. No, that's not going to work. I am going to take them off. Dang it all, people. I hate that. We're going to work through it. I'm going to attempt everything to not take these pulls off. But I think that's the only way I'm going to be able to do it. Is to take the pulls off. Sorry. Kids are texting. Hi, Laura. Oh, it's more CMJ. It is definitely more like a fabric. It is really soft. I'm not sure how they do the backing to the cork, because definitely like it's not peeling away at all. So it is like a felt, softer than a felt though. I don't know how to explain it. It feels really good and soft. So definitely not papery. All right, so let's think this through. Yeah, that's how I want it to end up. Oh, did I figure it out? I think I figured it out. figured it out. I figured it out. Woohoo! Now we get to clipping again. Get this clipped, and then I'll so on this side get the vine or the cork snipped, top stitch, and then box the corners and what should have been a 30-minute pouch will be done in 2 hours. I'm going to videotape doing the other one, and I'm going to show you guys how much faster it goes now that I've got it all figured out. This is the behind the scenes stuff you guys don't see as I struggle to make it seem like I know what the heck I'm doing. But this time I got to talk to you all as I was figuring it out instead of just myself, which is far more enjoyable. I think I need one more. I think that's all right. That'll be fine. I don't need another clip. I think this will be fine. I'll just move it down a little bit. There we go. Haha. There we go. Now to sew. I haven't seen paper-backed cork. But that's cool that it works. Hey, Stephanie. Oh. This pouch is really easy to make. just do it once before you try to do it on a live. And a live after you haven't really been sewing squat for a couple of weeks. But all good. We got there in the end. I know that they make thinner Wonder Clips, like they have like the really thin metal ones, but I don't think those hold on as nice. But I do wish that with the Wonder Clips I could get closer to the needle with the clip on. So like in that way pins are superior because you can get really close to the needle before you have to take the pin out. So it like really holds really well. But I'm not a big fan of pins, and you definitely don't want to do pins with cork, vinyl, or leather anyway. But they do let you get like hold it for longer than the clips do. Oh, man down. Just lost a clip on the floor. That'll be a cat toy in about 5 minutes. wait for the machine to stop before you try to cut your thread. I'm really bad at that. All right. So then we flip it back around. Now I'm going to top stitch. Okay, so who this pattern is from? This pattern is named for her newborn son, Logan. So it's called a Logie pouch, but it's named for him, which is hella adorable. But yeah, she was saying it's a good while the baby naps project because she can get it done. I guess he's probably, well, he'll be a year this year, but I think he's probably only like 6 months old right now. But I think it's so cute that she named it after her baby. All right, remember, slow down around the curve so that the cork is nice to you. There we go. Good on the straightaway. Now we're coming up to the curve again. Oh, this is the side I did not clip the cork on. Over and lined up pretty well. What does everybody have planned for today? If it's nice weather, I hope you guys are getting outside. Time and motivation. Yeah, time is what we need, for sure. I don't know how Stephanie gets all of the things done that she gets done. She's a superhero. Slow around the curve. All right, so I will say, I think that this one will be good to go for the auction. Wasn't sure. Was not sure how things were looking there for a little while. But I think we're good to go. But now that I've got, like, you know, the zipper thing all figured out, next I'll add more craziness and add a lining and maybe do it in, so there we go. Here's that side. Do it in like a regular fabric, line it, use some Pellon. Alright, so this is what it'll look like after I box the corners. but the zipper worked. We got there in the end. You all are amazing for hanging in there with me. But I'm going to flip it back out, box the corners, and then when you're flipping it out, make sure you bring the zipper tape out through, but put the the pull back into the bag. Don't close the bag all the way, but get the zipper pull out. You don't want it on the outside when you're boxing these corners, because you'll be sad because you won't be able to close it. So zipper tape outside of where you're going to box, but the pull up and in to the bag, so you have just like the top open. Then we're gonna line up the corners and make sure that the teeth and the top here is lined up nice. We're gonna snip just the teeniest little piece of the cork here in this end, because we're gonna line that little snipped bit with the zipper while we box the corners. So that's how we're gonna make sure we're even on both sides to box it. Now we're back in territory where I'm comfortable. So now I know, I feel better about where we're at right now. Zippers, I'm never comfortable. Boxing corners, I'm okay with. So make sure that's all lined up. Do just a little baby clip. I don't know if you can see that or if this is in the way. Just the teeniest little clip so that we've got a little V. And then we're going to box. We're going to line up the little V that we did with the zipper teeth so that we're centered. Like that. And we're going to get a couple more clips to hold everything together. I think I will probably trim the zipper a little bit shorter, just so it's not so in the way. But make sure. There we go. Wasn't precisely lined up, so I like to have it precisely lined up. And yeah, I think I need the big scissors to trim this up a little bit. And then I'm going to sew at like 3/8 of an inch-ish here. I'm going to leave this a little longer. I talked about how I didn't bring my lighter to keep it, to singe the end so it stops it from fraying. So I'm going to leave it a little bit longer and come back and do that when I have the lighter handy, because I don't have one here. So, hey, Luane. Just woke up. I'm jealous. Look at you. Yeah, so about 3/4 an inch. You can use your lighter to kind of melt the end so the zipper tape doesn't fray. We're going to do the same thing on this side. Line up the little V that we did. Make sure. I'm very persnickety about making sure these are lined up. And I'm going to there we go. Trim this end of the tape too. But the cool thing about the cork is it's so clean that not having the lining isn't like it's not gonna look bad. It's not gonna look unclean. That sounds bad, but it'll still look nice. All right. Now to boxing. I'm still using my zipper foot just because I don't like switching feet out all the time. So feel free to keep your zipper foot in. Don't have to worry about it. I am back stitching at the beginning and the end of where I am boxing the bottom. Now, what Nicole of Okay So said to do is throw another stabilizing line in right beside the one that you did. So I'm going to do that too, because that's what she recommended. And then I'm going to go over the zipper slowly so I don't break a needle, to also reinforce that. I went back and forth a little bit on that, just the one time. There we go. So she recommends the first line and then right next to it a reinforcing line. I probably will still trim this down a little bit more, but not all the way, because I want to make sure I have enough to singe. Let me finish this side. I've never used metal teeth zippers for anything, so if you do that, just be careful. I'm not sure how the needle and going over that for a metal tooth zipper works. Melissa, hello. Oh, Louise, you're on the West Coast. Why was I thinking you were Louisiana? So like only an hour behind. Huh. I don't know what I was thinking. Yes, Robert was talking about the next one. When I do the second one, it's going to go so fast because I've made almost every mistake I can think of. Okay, so there we go. This will be, trimmed up a little bit more and singed, but when you're flipping it out, you want to make sure that you're pushing your corners of your boxed ends out so it's nice and clean and like crisp on the side. I have a string that I'm going to trim here in a second. But yeah, you want to push them out really well. And do that on the other side too. Push that corner out. You don't even have to really use a turner because the cork is just so pleasant that it'll come out crisp on the corners. And I would just be really careful about some kind of turner into this fabric anyway. So, there we go. I want to trim that piece of thread out of the way. There we go. So there are your boxed corners. And see how clean, the cork is just awesome. And this is the inside of the pouch. I will again have the this trimmed up a little bit and singed and clean up these threads. But because Sally Tomato lines her cork, I think the inside is pretty just the way it is. And then we'll zip the zippers. And there we go. Let's give a little structure to it. Ah, there we go. Little logie pouch. Look at how cute. I wonder what all fits into it. Let's see. What can we throw in? We'll put some earbuds in. Acorn Easy Press. Gotta have yourself a friction pen. I'm not gonna put a rotary cutter in because I would be afraid that a rotary cutter would open up. Little pair of snips. Sure. Got plenty of room in there. Look, room for even more. It is deceptively, like, it's like the TARDIS. It's bigger on the inside. Looks good. Alright, let's see what it looks like when it's got some stuff in it. Yeah, I like the way that the cork holds up. Like, it's lightweight, but it still has body to it, without having to have that really thick stabilizer in it. Thank ya! Yes, it does look like suede. And yes, Karen, there is, so Nicole of OK Sew, or OK Sews, she has some tutorials where she does lining versions, lining where then she does the binding on the inside with the lined version, so it's like all sewn together in one piece, and then does the binding, but also the bagged out kind where there you see no seams. And then she does a tutorial with directional fabric. So you would actually have a seam down here so that your directional fabric goes the same way on both sides of the pouch. But there we go. Oh my gosh. Okay, I'm super excited now to get to the other one, now that I have worked out the kinks of me not knowing what I was doing. But I think this is a beauty, and I think that the duo of this cork fabric and this cork fabric for the auction, I think is going to be really cool. I think that's going to work out well. And I hope folks bid. Yay! All right. That was awesome. Yes! Del Marie, Sally Tomato does the zipper pouch, or the zippers. Here we go. I'm going to go to regular camera. There we go. The zippers and the pulls that Sally Tomato has is really cool. I started my love of Sally Tomato from seeing them. I think her name is Jess. Pretty sure. On So Yeah, and I have a bunch of the cork. I really fell in love with the cork. So I like. See, it's like nice and like I said, light and pliable, but it's still nicely structured too, without that really thick interfacing that you might use. So I think it looks great, even unlined. Now, I think with Sally Tomato, it looks great unlined. I don't know, like she does a clear vinyl one, which obviously you're going to use clear vinyl. You don't want to have it lined. So that makes sense. But if I was going to do it in a cotton, and then I had to have the stabilizer in it, I would definitely do a lined one. Or if it was like a different cotton, or the cork that Colleen was talking about, where it has like a paper backing, I would definitely do a lining on that one too. So maybe after the retreat, I will look at doing some directional, because this was a lot of fun. Like, even though like I made all those mistakes with you guys, that's like, for me, that so I know as the viewer that might not have been the coolest thing in the world to have to watch all that, but to me that's the fun part, because I get to noodle it all out, and then when it finally works, I'm super excited. Like I love, like I just look how clean the zipper looks in there. It makes me very happy. Like, yeah. So I'm glad that I got to work all that out. And now the next one I make with the blue paisley, I think that's going to be beautiful. Um, this will go by super fast, and uh, I think I think the dark zipper on the light cork really looks good. Like I really like that, the combination. So yay, we're gonna have a good. I'm gonna feel good about the auction. Now, I was very stressed out that I wasn't going to have time to do anything, and it's really important to me, the auction for the retreats, because the retreat has been going to the retreats have been so important to me. It's been, you know, well, it's been the way that I got to meet all of you all from the fact that I went to a retreat, but just being able to get out of the house after the pandemic and meet other people was really important to me. So being able to bring something for the auction to allow folks to get to Together We Sew retreat is so important. I'm so excited to be a part of that. Woo! Thank you, Robert. Oh, Karen, thank you. I appreciate that. Yeah, I do. I know that, you know, through the beauty of editing, you can really make it seem like there are never any mistakes, which is sort of why I like to do new things live. But I also know that it can be, you know, frustrating. But this was definitely not a tutorial. This was, I'm going to sew while you guys were here. So I feel like I can be a little freer. Thank you. I appreciate you guys. So I talked a little bit about this at the beginning of this morning. We've got a full week this week. So today I got to sew with you guys. I've missed my Sunday lives so very much. I'm very excited to have been able to share today with you all. Then Tuesday. So later today, usually, you know, I would say, oh, you know, you're going to see Stephen and Walter, but they're still in Australia. I think they posted something this morning. I can't remember if I saw yesterday's or today's, but they'll be posting something. They've been posting something every day, which has been really cool because I've enjoyed seeing what they've gotten into. But definitely later today will be Russ's podcast vlog weekly recap thing. So look out for that. Then Tuesday night, we're going to work on the next block in our New York Beauty, which is Sea Dragon, I'm pretty sure. And Stephanie, if you're still here and I got that wrong, but I'm pretty sure it's Sea Dragon. I know Sea Dragon is this month. But Tuesday night is New York Beauty over on Stephanie Stitch's channel for the even months again. So that's going to be at 6 o'clock. Then Wednesday evening, we'll be doing our social review, which will definitely be me and Russ and Stephanie at 7:30 or 7 o'clock. Okay, Sea Dragon is correct. Awesome. At 7 o'clock. Stephen and Walter, again, they're in Australia, so they're going to try to join, but no promises. But we're going to talk about like things that draw us to different patterns, what we like about patterns, not necessarily naming any names, but what we don't like about some written patterns, things that we want to see in patterns, things that draw us to patterns, like if there's a tutorial with the pattern, are we more likely to do it? Or if there's a sew along, are we more likely to do it? We definitely know that we enable each other, Stephanie and Russ and I and Walter and Stephen. We definitely enable each other. And you guys enable us with different patterns that you're working on and the finished projects that you share with us. So there's definitely enabling happening. But we're gonna dive into the world of patterns and talk a little bit about what Stephanie's learned as being a pattern writer. She's the most experienced of us of pattern writing. She's definitely been a great mentor in that. and we'll talk about if Stephen is able to join, what he's been learning in writing patterns, what I've been learning, and then yeah. So that is Wednesday night on my channel this month. So Wednesday 7 o'clock here on my channel. Then Thursday we are retreating it. I cannot wait to get to Millersburg. This is the third annual. The Millersburg retreat was Stephanie's first ever retreat 3 years ago. I got to go to that one. Got to go last year. Going to be there again this year. This year I get to teach something, so I'm really excited to share that with everybody. And I'm so excited to see everyone. We have many returning Millersburg retreaters. We have so many amazing new Millersburg retreaters who came last year and are returning this year, that just added to the fun and the camaraderie and the community. And I'm sure that they did post today. Okay, cool. It was today. And I'm sure there's going to be a couple of new folks at Millersburg this year that we're going to get to envelop and bring into the fold and spend time with. So this week is going to be a super great week. I'm so excited to be able to share that with all of you. You may look for Stephanie on a live. I might poke my head in if she does a live. We haven't really talked about Millersburg is just kind of such a different setup. So because it's in the hotel, it's just a lot different. So I'm not sure how things are going to work out, but I'll definitely be sharing pictures and everything. And so be on the lookout for that. Again, thank you all so much for spending time with me today. It is long overdue. I miss you all so much, and I think after this retreat where I have some days off, I'll be able to get back into more of a routine after clearing my head. All right, I will see everybody. Thank you all so much. Again, look for Russ's weekly recap at the end of today, sometime this evening. Hey, Jackie, just Jackie, be sure to watch the rerun, and I will see everybody again so soon. Thanks, everybody. See you Tuesday night. Oh, where's my mouse?